Welcome back to the channel, welcome back Explorers, my name's Jack, welcome back AFL fans. You join me here today, jumping into something I've not looked at before. It was recommended by 5 or 6 different comments in my last AFL video about a guy called Dusty from the Tigers. Someone told me he's just retired, he had an incredible career, and I should probably learn the story of him. So, if you're new around here and you like what you see, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Leave me a comment on who to check out next, because I really do read them and I really do my best to get through all of the recommendations. If you're old around here, welcome back Explorers. I'm excited to find out about one of the greatest in the game. So, sit back, relax, get comfortable. I won't keep you here too long. And let's go.
Was a fresh-faced and distinctly less tattooed Dustin Martin that made his AFL debut way back in round 1 of 2010.
Wow.
A draft pick with lofty expectations. Martin, not yet in his iconic number 4, showed glimpses in his first season of the footballing gifts he possessed.
Good opportunity here for the Tigers.
The early years at Richmond were
Very
a roller
nice.
coaster. The talent of Martin never doubted, but he was at a club in disarray, languishing at the bottom of the ladder, with their future champion still finding his way.
Martin missed training on Tuesday morning after a late night on Monday.
From Dusty's from a point of view, we take prescription medicine that isn't yours, and to drink alcohol is a no-no.
Couple of off-field indiscretions in the early days. The on-field exploits, though, a sight to behold.
Look at this from Dustin Martin from the boundary line.
Oh, what a kick!
Would become one of Richmond's all-time greats, but it might have been over all too soon. In 2013, Martin was captured touring the Giants' facilities. A trade was never requested. Dusty staying in the yellow and black.
Good lad. Loyal to the core. He has got a mean kick on him.
Steadily built from promising youngster to seasoned performer. It was in 2017 where he announced himself as the competition's premier player.
Traps it beautifully.
7 years of hard graft and everyone knows it.
Martin's 2017 year was phenomenal. So good, it prompted Lee Matthews, one of the greatest players of all time, to say it was the best single season by any player in history.
Now that's saying something.
Dusty.
One of the greatest of all time, to say that you're one of the greatest of all time, that's a bloody good compliment if you ask me.
Martin won the Brownlow Medal in 2017 with a record 36 votes. Dustin was the centre of Richmond's incredible rise as they broke a 37-year premiership drought.
He's got it. The champ's got it.
A Brownlow, Norm Smith and premiership medal all in the 1 week. Martin, a true big game performer.
Wow.
The best finals player
What
we've
a
ever
season
seen.
that must have been.
Dusty.
Yeah!
You could argue he was best on ground, or at least close to, in every single final he's played.
Oh my god! Oh my god! His positioning! Oh my god!
It's Dusty.
Martin's performances in finals perfectly captured everything he was as a player. Unstoppable in 2 positions, whether it be in the midfield where he couldn't be beaten,
He was a 2-position player as well, yeah? Okay.
or inside 50 as a damaging forward, like his 6-goal display against
Oh my lord!
2019 qualifying final.
Here comes Dusty.
6 goals in a game.
3-time Gary Ayres Award winner for the best finals player, 3 flags and a record 3 Norm Smiths.
So do you think at any point there's going to be a Dusty medal? You know, a Dusty Martin medal? That'd be pretty cool. If so many people hold him in such high regard, there has to be a reason for it.
Through this period where he and Richmond dominated the game, he remained a unique character. Dusty left his car at the MCG for 2 months after 1 grand final. He was busy celebrating. Let's go!
That's what you
One
need.
game that perfectly
Loyal to the
summarised
core.
Martin. His showpiece is the 2020 grand final.
Spills to Martin. Little right foot slider along the ground. He's got another one.
4 goals to all Richmond Richmond from a half-time deficit to a dynasty-defining third premiership.
His
in 4
kick
years.
is lethal.
Literally, the stuff of legends.
Still with Martin. Can he kick a four?
With great athletes, there's always one particular asset that separates them from the rest. Dusty was a great kick, a tremendous mark, but he'll always be known for his fend.
Martin, get away.
Oh,
Martin took on 3.
his stiff arm.
Can he break this one?
Get off me, he said. He said, get off me.
His on-field palm has been his fending off of the limelight.
He has the
Such
perfect
commanding
shoulder
presence
positioning
on
to
the
keep the
field,
hand off the
but
ball.
shy once the siren went. One of the most reclusive players we've seen in the modern era. He's rarely done interviews. We only hear from him occasionally. And the mystery only adds to the Dusty aura.
The mystery
not a big
only
fan of
adds to the
the
character.
media or talking in front of people, so yeah, I've just got to deal with it, I guess.
Do you want me to keep this short?
If you can.
Extraordinary player, a fascinating figure, and a most.
Oh my,
decorated
he is
career.
incredible.
Dustin Martin, one of the greatest Tigers of all time. Justin Edwards, Fox Sports News.
For more on this story, let's go to Drew Jones, who joins us now in Melbourne. Drew, great to catch up with you. Look, it was the news I guess many thought was coming, perhaps at season's end, but now we know, and I'm sure it's dominating conversation, and for all the right reasons where you are.
Hello, Jim. What about this lack of a sense of theatre from Dustin Martin? He's been a big game player. He's always stepped up in the big moments. 3 Norm Smith medals in 3 winning grand finals. But he can't.
He's the guy you
need.
need.
Farewell game. I guess in some ways maybe it's not surprising. That's the character of the man. He's always been a bit aloof, and he's been a bit of a mystery for us right throughout his career, right from the start and right to the very end. But we don't get a proper opportunity to say farewell. It ends up being his last game against North Melbourne at Marvel Stadium on Saturday afternoon as his final appearance as a Tiger. 302 games, 338
302 games, 338 goals. This guy scored minimum of 1 time in every single match he was in. That's like, listen, if you related that to English Premiership football, that would be like Soucek from West Ham scoring in every single game. It's just unheard of. It's unheard to score every game throughout a whole season, multiple times some games. It's unheard of. That's absolutely mental.
In modern football, he is the greatest modern day player alongside Lance Franklin, and Dustin Martin will go down as one of the best players in AFL, VFL history. Big game player, absolutely critical to that 3 premiership run from Richmond. They essentially based their game plan around the idea that everyone will play a role and Dustin Martin will be able to do pretty much whatever he wants and lead.
Guy's got a lot of heart.
Hardwick implemented that so well alongside Dustin Martin. A genuine Iron Man, barely missed any games, fronted up week after week, performing on the big stage.
His
has
kick
been quite incredible to follow.
accuracy
his career
is
right the way
insane.
through. It hasn't quite been the same in recent years as Richmond have dipped, so has Martin's form and consistency. And then this year, there's been issues with availability.
But he has been
in
playing for
recent times,
15
he's
years,
stepping out of the
lads.
side. He was able to get himself right to play North Melbourne on the weekend, but it has been a struggle for him. His body eventually letting him down. Whether he has the motivation mentally to play on, I guess we'll probably never really know, because we're not likely to hear from him in any sort of retirement press conference. And
Probably
it's
not, yeah.
We'll get to wave goodbye to him on grand final day in that motorcade. It wouldn't be a surprise if we didn't see him, I guess, in the footy world for quite some time, but we can certainly celebrate his achievements. The news breaking probably only a few moments ago, really, so we asked Luke Beveridge about it in his press conferences.
Yeah, Elliot just mentioned that Dustin's retired. Well, what an unbelievable career. I remember way back when Richmond drafted Dusty, and one of my great mates, Jace Taylor, is Melbourne's national recruiting manager, and I remember Jace saying to me at the time, I love this kid, he's just going to be an amazing player.
They knew from the off.
Like Jace, and he definitely was with Dustin, because he's, when you think of the heroics during their premiership years and what he's been able to do, and yeah, nothing but respect and admiration for him. And
3-time premiership winner and a 3-time Norm Smith medalist. That's mental.
The next part of his journey is.
Yeah, as mentioned, Drew, there was that hint he could have joined Damien Hardwick, his former mentor at Richmond, on the Gold Coast, but it would have been hard to see Dusty line up in anything
other than
the
black and
famous
yellow.
black
Yeah.
short.
I think it was a nice storyline for us to speculate about, and there's no doubt that Gold Coast certainly made their pitch to Dustin Martin about him moving up north, talk of potentially a 2-year contract being on the table. I'm not sure that he had 2 years of footy left in him. But
Probably not, let's be honest.
It's hard to imagine him in any other Guernsey other than in the yellow and black. So I think that the likelihood is
his precision with his kicks is insane.
Low, so it was a question of whether he would hang the boots up entirely or go to the Gold Coast. In the end, Damien Hardwick wasn't able to tempt him into playing for the Suns next season. It was perfectly poised in round 24 when they take on the Suns at the MCG for that to be potentially Dustin Martin's farewell game, playing against his former coach, Damien
His
Hardwick.
stiff arm as well, it's lethal.
And really it marks probably, Jim, the end of an era almost at Richmond. We know that obviously Damien Hardwick is long gone, and then Brendan Gale is heading to the Tasmanian Football Club venture to be CEO there. And a lot of those senior
end of an era,
players
definitely.
premierships
15 years
clubs for
in
the Tigers,
any club,
with Dustin
in
Martin
any
now
sport.
retiring very
Insane.
much into their generation next as they try to replenish and rebuild and aim for their next dynasty. But for now, we celebrate what has been a quite outstanding career. Dustin Martin, one certainly we'll never forget.
Thank you, Dustin Martin. I'm annoyed I never got to know more about you. I'm sad that I'm only really learning about you at the end of your career. I'll definitely watch a highlight reel of his. I think that's something we have to check out. Let me know some more legends of the game. If I haven't seen them already, or I know nothing of them, let's learn about them. Other than that, have yourselves a great day, be well, and bye-bye.